It's part of the process.
You could see that in Joe Rogan. I mean, like he was in the office.
I remember
he had
that.
a bunch of shit in the back, and he fucking Red Band was fucking playing some fucking.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Him and Joey Diaz just high and just in a dark ass room in a closet, and then they worked their ways up to
now like $1
crazy
million
studio
in the episodes. You know, like.
Dude, it's the biggest podcast in the world. It's the biggest platform.
Yeah.
And people actually like listen to it because it's not.
It's not propaganda.
Yeah. It's not filtered through the.
Not to say that they don't get shit wrong. Not to say that they don't have all their facts correct, because there's certain things that they've said that is completely wrong. But you could tell that they're not bought out.
Yeah.
You know?
They're not biased. He tries his best to figure out the truth.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that comes with the territory, though. There's going to be, not everything's going to be 100%.
No.
So I think it's
and
possible.
he even says that. Like, I'm not here to be the bearer of truth. You know, nobody gets to do that. Like, you should do your own independent research and find the truth for yourself. You shouldn't look upon me and blame me for not telling you what you wanted to know, you know? Like, same goes with my show. It's like, I'm going to present you an entertainment, a story of Brandon, a story of an individual in this world, and a moment in 2023, you know, in September 20th, this happened. You know, that's how I look at it. Whether we talked about real things and factual things that will change the world forever, I don't know. Maybe not. But the thing is that I enjoy this. I like this. It's fun to me. Like it's a moment of real life, you know? Like it's and you could take some wisdom. Like wisdom comes out of nowhere. It's random. And honestly, like you can learn anything, almost anything from anyone, you know? I believe that, you know? And not everyone's an actor, and not everyone should be an actor, because I want to see the genuine version of you. Actors, you know, adopt this character, and then they portray this character how they foresee it, you know? Yeah. And then some people fall in love with it, some people hate it. But who you are is the most genuine thing you could do. And I think there's value in there. Whether it's going to be tangible.
People will see through that too.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to put on a facade and stuff, dude, people will see right through that shit, man.
Yeah.
And that'll actually hinder you in the long run. Because you got to realize too, if the people at the top, they want the most real, authentic people around them because they're so used to people being fake and putting on a show for them. It's just like, dude, if you could like, bro, there's so many people trying to get autographs and all this stuff. And like, that's what I was going back to, like working in a studio, the best thing you could do is just adapt to the situation. If you go into a room, just be like, adapt to the people in that room. Yeah. Like you kind of start dressing like them, and maybe not like them. You don't want to be fake, but you want to kind of like move in a way that's not going to stand out. You kind of want to just be in the background. And then all of a sudden they'll start respecting you because you're helping them. You're not distracting them. You're being yourself. Yeah. And if you're yourself, you'll find your niche. You'll find your manager, if they're a good manager, will stick you on sessions that you're better fit for. So it's like if you're into rock and, you know, you have a certain style, they're going to do research on these artists coming in. That's what the managers do. They do a lot of research before this artist comes in, knows their top songs, know who they work with. A lot of times they can get inside access to their record label to see who like works with them. A lot of times they've worked with the same engineers. They kind of know a big background on these artists before they come into the studio to do these sessions. And be like, you know what? I think Brandon will be cool on this session. And then they'll stick you with them. And then you don't have to try. And you're just kind of working with the flow and stuff. But you can also psych yourself out, because if you work with someone that you've envied your whole life and you're in the same room with them, you can freak yourself out. So you kind of got to put a filter on your brain and kind of just have an outside body experience when you're doing a lot of that stuff. but usually you're in and out of the room. Like you kind of just, like I said, you want to be an asset, not a liability. You don't want to take away from the experience. So if you could just kind of like be there, be fluid,
right,
read the energy of the room.
Yeah.
Because people can spot you being fake from a mile away, and they don't want to work with you ever again. So be like, he's bullshit. Get him away. Bullshit. It's toxic.
But like bullshit is a lot of what Hollywood's made of. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
A lot of people just has a face for it.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
You know?
There's the guy I work with the most. Not gonna mention his name, but very well known hip hop artist that's on all the charts right now. But he's perceived in the media and he acts in the media a certain way, and then behind closed door, it's like not like that at all.
Really?
Like, yeah, and then I'm just like, all right, man.
Give me a hint.
Like,
give me a hint. Who is that?
Well, I'll tell you a story that was on. It was public story. I won't tell you the name, but if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know who it is. But basically, he went to Floyd Mayweather's birthday party years ago, and he got kicked out for something, and he was like, his security guard, which I knew because these guys have in the lobby, they'll have their security guard just chilling in the lobby, just collecting fat money, just guarding the door, even though we have cameras and security. So this guy, he takes them everywhere, and then you see him like being pulled out of this birthday party or the club or whatever, and like he pretends to grab his security guard's gun because he wants to come off as like hard. And I was like, dude, that would never happen. Like that would never happen. And this security guard is a professional. Like, it was definitely a conversation that was happening in the moment. Like, he's not going to just give his gun to this reckless rapper. Like, he's going to have that shit locked down. So you know that something was said to him that was like, okay, like, I'm just going to fake. Like, that went down. And so when we got back to the studio, I was like, okay. And also he has like a weed line, and he doesn't, and he's like, he promotes that he smokes all this weed, and like you always see him in the videos with weed when all of us really know he doesn't smoke at all. Like,
really?
It's just like, dude, come on, man. Like,
no way.
Yeah. And it's just, that happens all the time.
It's marketing then, right? Like, he's trying to please
it's all
market of those.
There's a lot of people like that. And then there's a lot of people that are exactly what they perceive and from the outside and the inside. And,